Hey guitar dudes! I hope everyone's doing good. My name is Caroline. Welcome to my channel if you've never been here before. I have a few solo YouTube videos up of me playing. One of my favorites is the Buffalo Soldier one that I recently filmed in Jamaica. So today I wanted to talk about playing position with classical guitar. So we're just going to talk about playing position, sitting with the guitar, how to hold it, things like that. If you are a classical guitarist, you might already know these things. If you're a beginner, this is a great place to start. If you play another type of guitar, like an acoustic or an electric guitar, and you've been interested in kind of learning classical or even fingerstyle, you're welcome here, for sure. I'm going to talk about all different types of things when it comes to sitting with the guitar and how to sit properly, and some tips and tricks and my experience with everything with that. So before we get started, I just wanted to give you a little bit of background on myself. I am a classical guitarist. I did not start out that way. I started out just taking guitar lessons and on an electric guitar and learning all the notes on the fretboard and reading the music and playing, and I was in a band before, but then I decided to go to college for classical guitar performance, and I got my undergrad and master's degree in classical guitar. I teach a lot of guitar lessons, classical and non-classical, in the area. I teach privately, I teach at a few different schools. I'm currently teaching lessons on Zoom as well. So that's just a little bit of background about myself and my experience with guitar and classical. So the first thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is what you are sitting in when you play. That is very, very important. It's going to dictate a lot of things. If you're comfortable, if you're not comfortable, if the guitar is going to be held right, there's a lot of things that go into the proper seat. So right now I am actually sitting on a guitar stool that my dad built, which is really, really cool. So this is what I've been practicing on for a while. It's a really cool seat. It doesn't have any arms, it does not have a back, you can sit on it different ways, it's awesome. Before I had this awesome stool that my dad made, I used an armless folding chair. So rule number one, it has to be an armless chair. If you have arms, it's going to constrict you, the guitar is going to hit it. It's just a mess. It's not fun. So no armless chairs. You can use a stool like I'm using, but just make sure it's not a high stool. I've seen, you know, if you go to say like an open mic or something, they might have a stool for you to sit on, but usually it's too high for classical guitar because we want our feet on the ground, or depending on the support you're using, 1 foot on the ground. That's another topic we're going to get to. So you want some form of low stool or armless chair, folding chair. Kitchen chairs are usually good if they're like a normal height, dining room chair. You have to remember not all chairs are the same height, so you don't want anything too high or something too low where your knees are going to be like up to here, you know. Another good thing to sit on is if you have a piano bench. If you have an adjustable piano bench, even better. If you have an adjustable piano bench with a cushion, that is even better than that. So there's a few different options out there that help you. Another thing you want to think about is you don't want to sit when you're practicing. You don't want to sit on the couch or like a really comfy armchair. If it's too soft and too comfortable, you're going to sink into it and it's going to be hard to hold the guitar properly and practice properly. So keep that in mind too. Yes, you want to be comfortable and you don't want to sit on anything that's like way too hard and uncomfortable, but you also don't want something like your bed or a couch or things like that, because you're kind of going to sink a little bit into it. So tip number one, you gotta have a good chair, a good stool, a good bench, armless chair, something that's not too high, not too low. A good rule is kind of if you can sit in the chair without your guitar and both your feet are comfortably on the ground, that's probably a good chair for you.